Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. This is coming from Portugal, from University of Portugal.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, your name?
Araban. You want me to write?
Yeah, please go on. I think his presence here.
Ne, tu imam vas. Ali sam gledala. Nisam stigla. Yes.
Barban.
Much easier than my name.
No, it's not Snow White. Snow White. Śnieżna, right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Poštovane dame i gospodo, ova konferencija novinara bit će dvojezična zbog međunarodnog sastava. Dear ladies and gentlemen, this press conference will be bilingual because of international guests. Kao jedan od aktivnih sudionika ovoga projekta čast mi je pozdraviti vas na početku konferencije za medije u okviru velikog međunarodnog projekta Newaves, u čijem su fokusu lokalne radijske postaje. Projekt se provodi već 2 godine, a naša Akademija za umjetnost i kulturu jedan je od partnera. Ovoga tjedna, od 5. do 9. svibnja, u Osijeku se održavaju koordinacijski sastanak projektnih partnera i edukacijski program uživo za više od 30 radijskih novinara i djelatnika iz 4 države. Stoga je ovo zbilja i međunarodna konferencija za novinare, jer osim iz hrvatskih i osječkih medija, ovdje su i novinarke i novinari iz Portugala, Slovačke i Sjeverne Makedonije koje posebno pozdravljam. As one of the active participants in this project, it is my honor to welcome you at the beginning of the press conference within the large international project Newaves, which is focused on local radio stations. The project has been implemented for 2 years, and our Academy of Arts and Culture in Osijek is one of the partners. This week, from May 5th to May 9th, a coordination meeting of the project partners and the live educational mobility program for more than 30 radio journalists and staff from the 4 countries are taking place in Osijek. Therefore, this is a truly international press conference because in addition to journalists from Croatia and Osijek, there are also journalists from Portugal, Slovakia and North Macedonia. Sada pozivam izvanrednog profesora doktora znanosti Borka Barabana, prodekana za nastavu i studente naše akademije, da vam uputi pozdravne riječi. I now invite Associate Professor Borko Baraban, PhD, Vice Dean for Teaching and Students at our Academy, to address you with welcoming words.
Poštovani kolegice i kolege, dragi gošće i gosti, predstavnici medija. Veliko mi je zadovoljstvo danas vas sve pozdraviti u ime dekanice Akademije za umjetnost i kulturu u Osijeku, akademkinje Helene Sablić-Tomić, kao i ime cijele naše institucije koja s ponosom sudjeluje u projektu koji snažno odražava našu misiju i viziju, upravo u projektu Newaves.
Dear colleagues, esteemed guests, and representatives of the media, it is my great pleasure to welcome you and to greet you today, especially on behalf of our Dean, Academician Helena Sablić-Tomić, and my personal name, as well on behalf of our entire institution, the Academy of Arts and Culture in Osijek. And we, as the Academy, proudly participate in this project that strongly reflects also with our mission and vision, and that is the Newaves project.
Akademija za umjetnost i kulturu visoko je obrazovna institucija koja povezuje tradiciju i suvremenost, a kroz svoje brojne studijske programe, čak njih 34 iz područja vizualne, glazbene, kazališne, primijenjene umjetnosti, a posebice medijske kulture i kulturnog menadžmenta te kreativnih terapija na svim trima razinama, prije diplomskoj i poslijediplomskoj, te međunarodne suradnje, stalno nastoji odgovarati na potrebe suvremenog društva i tržišta rada. Naši studenti ne usvajaju samo znanja i vještine, već uče kako koristiti umjetnost, medije i kulturu upravo kao alate pozitivnih društvenih promjena.
Our academy is the higher institution in higher education, and we connect both tradition and modernity. Through our numerous studying programs, we offer 34 different studying programs in the fields of visual arts, media culture and cultural management, creative therapies, fine arts, musical, instrumental and theatrical arts, as well as public relations and communication studies in both undergraduate, graduate and postgraduate levels, and international collaborations. We continuously strive to respond to the needs of the contemporary society as well as the market. Our students not only acquire the knowledge and the skills while studying here, but they also learn how to use arts, how to use media, and how to use culture as a tool for the positive changes in the society in whole.
Projekt Newaves upravo to omogućuje. Okuplja stručnjake iz lokalnih medija, novinare, predstavnike akademske zajednice iz 4 europskih zemalja u mrežu suradnje, razmjene znanja i zajedničkog stvaranja. Projektom je uspostavljen centar za prijenos znanja za lokalni radijski sektor, kao i edukacijski programi za usavršavanje profesionalnih vještina novinara i medijskih djelatnika.
This Newaves project precisely enables this. It brings together the experts from the local radios, journalists, and representatives of the academic community from 4 European countries in the network of collaboration, knowledge exchange, and joint creation. The project has established a knowledge transfer center for the local radio sector, as well as educational programs for the advancements of professional skills of journalists and media workers.
Posebno smo ponosni što se ovoga tjedna na našoj akademiji održava edukacija za 32 radijska novinara iz Portugala, Slovačke, Sjeverne Makedonije i Hrvatske. Ta edukacija, kao što je rečeno, nije samo prijenos znanja, ona je potvrda da međunarodna suradnja može rezultirati konkretnim, održivim ishodima, a Osijek i Akademija postaju mjesto susreta, dijaloga i učenja.
We are especially proud that this week at our academy we are hosting the training for 32 radio journalists from Portugal, North Macedonia, Slovakia, as well as Croatia. This training is not only the knowledge transfer, but is also a confirmation that international cooperation can result in concrete, sustainable outcomes, making Osijek as well as the Academy a place of meeting, dialogue and learning.
Projektni partneri dolaze iz različitih konteksta, od visokih učilišta iz Slovačke i Sjeverne Makedonije do radijskih postaja iz Portugala, Slovačke, Sjeverne Makedonije i našega hrvatskog radija Osijek. No svi dijelimo zajednički cilj, osnaživanje lokalnih medija, unapređenje profesionalnih standarda i poticanje kreativnosti u medijskom prostoru.
Project partners come from diverse contexts, from higher education institutions, from Slovakia, North Macedonia, Portugal and Croatia, as well as local radio stations such as Radio Altitude from Portugal, Radio Slovenska from Slovakia, Channel 77 or Channel 77 from North Macedonia, and our Radio Osijek from Osijek. But we all share the common goal to empower the local media, enhance professional standards, and encourage creativity in the media space.
Naša akademija vjeruje u moć projekta poput Newavesa da prošire horizonte, izgrade nova znanja i stvore čvrste temelje za buduću suradnju. Oni nas povezuju s partnerima diljem Europe, ali i sa zajednicama kojima služimo. Upravo kroz takve projekte ostvarujemo svoju misiju, da budemo prostor slobodnog stvaranja, otvorenog dijaloga i profesionalnog rasta.
Our academy truly believes in the power of projects like Newaves to broaden horizons, to build new knowledge, to create strong foundations for the future cooperations. They connect us with partners across Europe, but also with the communities we serve. It is precisely through such projects that we fulfill our mission to be a space of free creation, open dialogue and professional growth.
I na kraju, zahvaljujem svim partnerima na povjerenju i suradnji, te se radujem budućim zajedničkim inicijativama koje će nastaviti mijenjati naše lokalne i europske medijske krajobraze napolje. Hvala svima.
Also, please let me give my thank to all the partners that provide us with their trust and cooperation, and we are looking forward to the future of joint initiatives that will continue to positively transform our local and European media landscapes. Thank you very much.
I na kratkom opisu projekta. I thank to Weinstein Borko Baraban for a warm welcoming words and for a brief description of the project. Nakon pune 2 godine, projekt Newaves nalazi se u završnoj fazi i stoga smo ponosni da vam možemo predstaviti njegove konkretne rezultate. Kao projektni menadžer, to će učiniti ukratko gospodin Anderson Aguiar Ingracio s Instituto Politecnico da Guarda iz Portugala, koji je nositelj projekta Newaves. After 2 full years, the Newaves project is in its final phase, and we are proud to present its concrete results to you. As project manager, this will be briefly presented by Mr. Anderson Aguiar Ingracio from the Instituto Politecnico da Guarda in Portugal, which is the project leader for the Newaves project. Please.
Thank you so much. I don't know if you mind that I'll sit down. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for being here. Weinstein, Mr. Borko Baraban, for your kind words. Also, Tomislav, our colleague from University, Snjezana also. And to thank everyone for being here, all the consortium members that worked very hard in this project. Also, all the journalists are also here in this mobility program. And let's talk a bit about the project. It all began in 2022 because our institution, Politecnica Guarda, and its president, Sir Joaquim Brigas, who's here with us too, always were very keen on local media and especially local radios. And we were talking in a cabinet about what can we do to improve media and what can we do to improve our mission. And we talked about local radios. They have difficulties, they have little resources, they have problems, and then we started thinking, how about doing something for them? The first idea that came to our mind was like, what if we do a Spotify for local radios? How about a platform so that they can share contents? so they can work together, because they have to work together to improve and to keep on going, because local radios are really very important. Sometimes people forget, but in low density areas especially, local radios, they reach people that really are not reachable by mainstream media. Local radios have the people that the other people know. They know their voices, they know their names. And that influence, it's not the same influence that national media has, because they don't really care sometimes about local problems, and local radios, they do care. So we try to put a project on that could help local radios. Newaves project is that result. So basically our main goals with the Newaves project was to provide this digital platform. We will show you in a few minutes the digital platform, so that local radios can share their contents with other local radios, and by doing that we are improving sustainability, we are making collaborative work a reality, and also we wanted to fight disinformation and fake news, which are nowadays a very big problem. So if all local radios from a certain area, they cooperate between themselves, it's going to be easier for everyone to provide good information and more information. And then, attached to this, we thought about bringing local radios together in mobility programs, in different experiences like the one that we are having here this week. So, European Commission looked at the project and said, this is a good idea. And then they gave us a total budget of 900,000 euros, and they talked us to start working, and we are working with our partners from Croatia, from North Macedonia, from Slovakia, and for the past 2 years we have been putting together this project, and these are the first results, because we are confident that it's just the beginning. So now,
Let me just
briefly. Yeah, sure, I'm sorry about the translation.
Ja ću samo kratko rezimirati na hrvatskom, manje više mislim da svi razumiju engleski, ali evo samo ukratko. Dakle, kolega Henderson Engrasio je project manager cjelokupnog projekta sa sveučilišta u Politehnico da Guarda iz Portugala. I zapravo je ukratko prepričao kako je došlo do ideje, odnosno samih začetaka projekata, kako su zapravo došli, kako su bili motivirani da kreiraju ovako jedan projekt. Dosta često u okviru svoga sveučilišta razgovaraju između ostaloga i o lokalnim medijima i uvijek su bili zainteresirani kako lokalni mediji zapravo funkcioniraju, poglavito u današnjem društvu, digitalnom društvu, s kojim se problemima susreću i koje su to prepreke koje bi eventualno mogli se susretati s njima i kako zapravo poboljšati situaciju u kojima se lokalni mediji nalaze. Poglavito su bili zainteresirani za lokalni radio koji u Portugalu, a vidjeli smo tijekom našega projekta i u ostalim državama, itekako igra važnu ulogu, no međutim susreće se sa mnogim poteškoćama, poglavito sa nedostatkom resursa. I tu smo onda počeli razmišljati što bi to bilo što bismo mi mogli ponuditi lokalnim radijskim postajama, a da zapravo oni od toga imaju nekakve koristi. Jel? I došli smo i na ideju što ako osmislimo Spotify za lokalne radije. Da napravimo nekakvo mjesto gdje bi oni mogli razmjenjivati sadržaj, raditi zajedno, umrežavati se, a mogli od toga imati koristi i na neki način da im takva jedna platforma pomogne u revitalizaciji svoga poslovanja. Budući da smo još jednom zapravo zaključili i podcrtali koliko su lokalni mediji, a poglavito lokalni radio važan dio naše svakodnevice, važan dio naših života, da imaju snažne dosege među lokalnom publikom, i da zapravo u određenim trenucima su čak možda i puno vjerodostojniji od glavnih nacionalnih mainstream medija, Poglavito ljudi znaju, prepoznaju glasove na lokalnim radijima, prepoznaju imena osoba koje se javljaju na lokalnim radijima, imaju snažan utjecaj i posjeduju tu snagu zapravo dosega lokalne publike. Newaves je upravo odgovor na ova naša promišljanja. 2022. godine pripremili smo taj projekt i kada smo ga prezentirali na Europskoj komisiji, oni su ga odobrili. Tako da smo u okviru našega EU projekta zapravo postavili neke ključne ciljeve, a to je znači da uspostavimo digitalnu platformu preko koje će se moći dijeliti određeni sadržaj, da poboljšamo održivost lokalnih radijskih postaja, da napravimo određene suradnje, da se dakle umrežavamo, naravno prije svega i da se borimo protiv dezinformacija, a svjedoci smo, koliko smo zapravo svi na neki način umočeni u današnjem svijetu u čitav niz dezinformacija koje se pojavljuju svuda oko nas i ne manje važno da osiguramo edukaciju, obrazovanje i mobilnost upravo za lokalne radijske profesionalce koji bi to valorizirali, cijenili, jer toga imali snažne koristi. Tako da nam je Europska komisija odobrila ovaj naš projekt i cjelokupan budžet projekta iznosio više od 900.000 eura.
Thank you, Snezana. So, we've been working for the last, well, you can see our partners. We've been working for the last 2 years in this project. And, well, we didn't reach the platform right away. First of all, we started for a diagnosis. That means we asked local radios what were their main problems. And basically, and it's very interesting because, you see the map, there's Portugal, there's North Macedonia, there's Slovakia, in terms physically, we are far away, but we more or less have the same problems, which is not many professionals and low resources. And we try to get that information from radios and then put it on solutions. And then we worked on this platform as a leader of the project. Polytechnic Institute developed the platform, and the platform is now done. And sometimes people, when we talk about Newaves, they ask me, well, but how do we do it? What is it like? And that's what we are going to show you now. So maybe we could show the platform to our journalists now, and so that you can see what you can do with the platform, which is the most important thing. So this is the Newaves platform, which is fully functional, and as you can see, your local radio can subscribe to the platform, and usually we ask them to, Snezana, please, put just the radios on the menu, so we can see all the radios that are already subscribed. Yeah, radios like that. You see, these are the radios that are already subscribed to our platform, and obviously we would ask you to put the logo and some simple information about it, and then your radio can access all the contents from the platform and also upload your own contents, so that others could share. We divided it by country, we divided it by genre, and we have also audios already uploaded. If you can show us some of the audios uploaded, which are samples of audios that radios produce. And we also divided by topic, by genre, by language, and by duration, etc. And you see there, those are audios that local radios produce, and they can share with other local radios. What is the effective advantage of having a platform like this? Well, we can see a lot of potential advantages. Naturally, sometimes people tell me, oh, in Portugal, what am I going to do with a sound from North Macedonia? I don't get the language, I don't get the themes, etc. But we sometimes have content of local radios from Portugal and from local radios from Slovakia and Macedonia, and you can share them in your own country. And sometimes, even that, sometimes you can get some reports from other countries that you can put on your emission and you can translate it, because we have this, the service for translation of contents, and it could be good for your own programs. Also, we are really very keen on these training modules and e-learning courses that we are have available right now. You can see it also in our platform. Snezana, please. You can go training. And as you probably have seen already, you have access to this free tool of training. Plenty of areas that are from interest to local radios, going from digital skills to project management, to marketing and communications, and to other areas that are very important for you, because reality is changing, as you know, and we need to be updated. Because if we don't, we will slowly die. So this is a training tool that you can use all the time, and it's free. And also, the platform is free. That's also very important to tell you. It's totally free. So you can just put your radio there, upload contents, and share with other radios, with other outlets, information, curiosity, interviews, music, other type of soundscapes, for instance, which is sometimes very interesting to do. We made internal and external pilots of our platform. The results were very positive. The vast majority of the journalists that tried the platform, they were in favor of using it, keep on using it, and to recommend it to other professionals. So what we would ask you to is to be keen on this platform, subscribe your radio, and upload your own audios into the platform. You will see that in the beginning, obviously, you will search for audios. Maybe this does not interest me too much, etc. But there will be a time when you are researching that you will get there in the platform and say, oh, this is going to be good for my radio. So I will download it and I will share it with my audience. And then you do the same for other radios. So I was in a local radio and in a local newspaper once. And the idea back in the day is that our competitors were our enemies. So we would not share anything with them because they were competitive with us and they were maybe taking us business away. It took me, some time to understand that in local media we can be competitive with each other, but we do not have to be enemies. If we share contents that are good for everyone, the whole media, the whole local media will benefit from it. You know, there's this theory that when you go to a shopping center, you do not see the restaurants separated from each other. They are all in the same place. Why? Because it attracts more people. And people just know that the restaurants are there. Maybe one day they choose a restaurant and then they will go to sushi the other day. But they will come back and reverse this choice the other day too. So local media has to be united. We think Newaves project, with the cooperation of everyone, with the leadership of Polytechnic of Guarda, we think that Newaves can contribute to that, and will contribute to that with your help too, because you are our main audience, to enhance this more strong local media, especially local radios in these areas, this sometimes very low density areas with few people, few investment, no advertising. So let's try to improve your health, your sustainability. And also for us, universities is very important because we will have investigation, we will have new trainings, also new courses, which is very good for our youth to get into local media, local radios, because, and to finish, throughout history, everyone has, you know, in some time has declared the death of radio. Radio did not die when the cinema came. Radio did not die when television came. radio did not die when MTV came, contrary to the song.
Video killed the radio star.
Yeah, it didn't. Radio did not die when internet came, and radio will not die when Spotify came and when artificial intelligence came. It will not die thanks to you, and we will try to help you with that. So thank you so much.
Evo da vam samo kratko rezimiram na hrvatskom. Znači u te 2 godine mi smo zapravo ostvarili svoje ciljeve i zapravo upogonili prije svega našu web stranicu. Ako ukucate newaves.eu, na našoj web stranici naći ćete dakle i poziciju platforme gdje možete vidjeti što smo zapravo napravili na toj digitalnoj platformi. Kada biste kliknuli na platformu, otvorit će vam se naša digitalna platforma na kojoj možete naći dakle sve te audio snimke, audio džinglove, audio samplove koji se eventualno mogu koristiti. Ovdje se nalaze znači i radio postaje koje su se već registrirale i koje se nalaze na toj platformi i to je zapravo bogatstvo koje se može iskoristiti da se međusobno umrežite i da zapravo na neki način budete snažniji u vašem funkcioniranju, u vašoj lokalnoj zajednici. Također nalazi se i audio snimke koje su gore, koje se mogu besplatno. Znači, korištenje digitalne platforme, korištenje audio samplova je besplatno. Vi možete podizati svoje audio samplove, ali isto tako koristiti i druge. Profesor Henderson je spomenuo da se neka lokalna radijska postaja može pitati a što će meni nekakav audio zapis, na primjer iz Slovačke ili od nekuda, ali evo baš jučer smo razgovarali sa kolegom koji je ovdje iz Radio Kočana. Imali smo veliku tragediju u Makedoniji u Kočanima kada se dogodio veliki požar u diskoteci gdje je poginulo, odnosno smrtno stradalo 50-ak mladih ljudi. U tome trenutku je znači Radio Kočani je bio centar svijeta, odnosno taj lokalni novinar i lokalna radio postaja je postala izvor informacija, jedini vjerodostojan izvor informacija za sve ostale medije. Znači to je de facto nekakav breaking news koji je u tom trenutku bio važan za širu regiju, da tako kažem, odnosno i za na primjer, evropske kontekste. Tako da tu se uistinu nalazi čitav niz vrijednih informacija koje možete koristiti i za koje se nadamo da će se nastaviti puniti. Ovdje se isto tako nalazi i pristup našem trening programu, znači svemu ovome što smo ovaj tjedan radili, gdje možete uistinu pregledati sve ovo što smo posložili za vas, znači po modulima od digitalnih vještina preko poduzetničkih vještina, projektnog menadžmenta, kako upravljati fotografijama, kako upravljati videozapisima, marketing, komunikacija, znači sve ono što smo pripremali ovdje je već uploadano da vi možete koristiti. Tako da zapravo s naše web stranice newaves.eu vi možete i na digitalnu platformu i na portal gdje se nalaze svi ovi materijali koje ovaj tjedan prolazimo. Nadamo se da smo uspjeli ove 2 godine ostvariti svoje ciljeve i da na tome nećemo stati, nego da ćemo nastaviti i dalje razvijati ne nove obrazovne materijale, ali isto tako i umjetnu inteligenciju, odnosno alate umjetne inteligencije koji su već tu i kojima jednostavno moramo ovladati i naučiti ih koristiti.
So, thank you, Snezana. So we are now available for your questions if you want to talk to us about our project, about our doubts, etc.
Ako imate kakvih pitanja, mi smo otvoreni za detaljnije pojašnjenje ili eventualno dodatne informacije, slobodno možete postavljati sva pitanja.
So the journalists today don't want to make questions.
Yes, they didn't have coffee yet.
Oh.
If you don't have any questions now, thank you all for coming. Ako nema više neke pitanja, hvala svima na dolasku. Ja bih se samo na hrvatskom nadovezao i zaključio sa jednom prekrasnom porukom koju uputio naš dragi Anderson, a to je kao nekome koji sam došao iz prostora medija na fakultet. Lokalni mediji možda mogu biti kompetitivni, mogu se natjecati među sobom, nikako ne smije biti neprijatelja, to se odnosi zapravo i na sve medije. You have a question. Okay.
Pode traduzir, se faz
Sure.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to translate.
Estava aqui a tomar notas para colocar isto no Jornal Nacional para quem trabalha. Acho formidável esta plataforma e esta partilha. Quando olho aos 900 mil euros, acho uma bagatela e é importante que isto se ponha em prática no meu país, no caso de Portugal. As rádios locais estão a desaparecer à média de 3, 4 por ano. Como não há frequências nacionais disponíveis, eles compram as frequências locais e depois encadeiam as emissões. Infelizmente a legislação não é cumprida, a legislação própria, ninguém liga a isso. Para finalizar, grande sentido bem-aja, porque eu não imaginava o alcance desta ideia. Espero que isto possa ser partilhado com outros países da União Europeia, porque temos problemas na Eslovénia, na Hungria, na Eslováquia, em Portugal também. Mas é um grande programa e fico muito contente de ver o dinheiro da União Europeia bem aplicado.
Thank you so much, Amadeu. Amadeu was talking to us about how this program has a potential to reach everyone and to reach local radios that have this kind of problems. And he even said that 900,000 euros is not too much money for this. And I'm glad that you talked about the money, because I was forgetting about this. We are entering in the second phase of the Newaves project, which was already submitted to the European Commission, and it will be the Newaves Plus, which will bring new partners from Romania, Sweden, Spain, and Italy. That means that our project will spread across Europe. It's 2.5 million euros of financing, and we will naturally try to put more features in the platform. Okay, so we will reinforce artificial intelligence, which is there, as you know, and we'll try to use it in our benefit, which is very, very important. And what Amadeu was talking about in terms of the problems that countries have and that local radios also have an important role. I also forgot this, and thank you for your kind words, because local radios were very important in the 70s, 80s and 90s to consolidate our fragile democracies. Okay, they were very, very important because they would talk to local people about local problems, and they teach local people to have a voice. And the voice of local people were your voice, your journalists and radio hosts' voice. And they would not give the same credibility to the national media that they would give to someone that knows the local reality. So you will keep that role for you, for local radios. And I think in the second phase of our project and of our platform, I will invite everyone to go there. You can make upload of audios, you can save your favorites, you can hear them, you can download them. Try the platform, okay? Subscribe your radio and try the platform. Just play with it for a bit. And you will see that it's very intuitive, very simple to use. And if you do your reports and your work, and sometimes, hey, look, I put it on the mission. Let's bring this interview, which is interesting. Let's put it on the Newaves platform, and then you just put it there, and other people will hear it, will share it, and it will be better and beneficial for everyone.
Evo, kolega Henderson je još rekao da je zaboravio zapravo napomenuti, ali kolega iz Portugala je podsjetio koliko su zapravo lokalni medija, poglavito radio postaje, bile bitne 70-ih, 80-ih, 90-ih godina, kada smo se borili očuvati našu ovu, da tako kažemo, krhku demokraciju. To mi u Hrvatskoj isto tako jako dobro znamo. We in Croatia also know that very well, because during the Croatian homeland war, the local radios were the only one that provided us with information what's going on, because the internet was not available at that time. The broadcasting was not possible, the electricity was questionable, so only the local terrestrial radio broadcasting was available, and from Zagreb the information was traveling to Osijek and we were in the basement during the war, so it was a life-saving, really, a situation. Kolega Henderson je samo podsjetio da smo mi upravo prijavili Europskoj komisiji novi projekt Newaves Plus, koji će biti puno snažniji financijski, 2,5 milijuna eura je prijava i uključit ćemo još dodatne partnere iz Švedske, Španjolske, Italije i Rumunjske koji će zapravo dodatno obogatiti ovu platformu i vjerujemo da ćemo u tom sljedećem koraku itekako još poraditi na novim alatima, novim softverima koji uključuju naravno i korištenje umjetne inteligencije i poziva, znači slobodno prijavite se na platformu, pregledajte ju, pogledajte što vam eventualno može biti zanimljivo, slobodno se spustite, downloadajte sadržaje i budite dio te platforme, jer ako ništa drugo, to je mreža za umrežavanje, a poglavito lokalni mediji će itekako se boriti, umrežiti se, naći načina za sudjelovati u nekakvim projektima koji onda mogu imati i financijsku vrijednost, a isto tako i vrijednost samih resursa i ljudstva, novinara prije svega, jel? I novih vidova edukacije koje ćemo mi redovito osvježavati i raditi na tome. Yes?
Елизавета Трибовска, Радио Бела, Македония. I want to ask, did I have a limit for putting my audio articles in this platform? Day limit, month limit?
Ima nekakav limit? Does it have any kind of limit to upload number of samples?
No, not at this moment, no.
I have a question about your project, maybe the second wave of your project. Because you know that you agree and you start this project because the radio station having problems, finance problems, management problems, people problems. And my question is, did you start to thinking about something that also on the financial area can help the radios? For instance, if you share part of the budget that you have for sharing content, or whatever it is, the ideas that you get, that can financial help also radios. Because we may have an excellent idea that you have. We may share our contents, but on the end, we may close up.
Yeah.
We don't have money. So it's funny, it's nice, it's very useful, but on the end, we have to shut down.
Yeah.
Because all the financing point of view of radios is coming from advertising.
Yeah.
Most likely, local advertising. Not easy to get that on, let's say, low density places where not much companies, not much enterprise. So we not get enough money to pay our journalists. You know, journalists, just the fact, analyzed in Portugal, we have minimum salary. I remember the minimum salary 20 years ago, it was probably 200 euros. Journalists can earn 500 euros. Now, minimum wage is 820 or something like that. Journalists have 820. So that's what we face every day.
Yeah, we know. Thank you for that question. What you're saying, it was what all local radios told us when we were making our diagnosis.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. You can love it. You can love the microphone. You can absolutely, your mission can be a journalist. But if you do not pay the bills at the end of the month, you end up doing something else. And what you are saying is very down to earth. Look, we love it, but we need money. We need to have resources to work. And all local radios told us that, because the advertising nowadays is migrating to social media. And when we have a company in a small town, instead of paying the local radio to have the ads, maybe I'll pay them less, and I will put it in my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc., which is totally normal. In terms of financing local radios, what can this project do to improve your sustainability in terms of finances? Well, obviously, we cannot transfer it to radios, this investment, but we can at least provide you with solutions for new business models. And sometimes new business models imply, for instance, sparing money from technical issues, from buying some kind of service outside. If you have people inside your radio that can edit audio and can do it all by themselves, maybe you do not have to spend money to outsource some kind of advertising, etc. And then the business models that you can adopt in a new reality can bring you more money in terms of investment. That's what we are also trying to do, try to teach you to manage better your own business. Naturally it's difficult, okay, because it's really competitive out there. Even national outlets, Portugal, I mean, SIC, for instance, they are going through a very bad moment. Even those national outlets with a lot of advertising, etc., it's really difficult for them. So what can we do in terms of the project to help you? First of all, training effectively the digital skills, the podcasting, etc. So I don't know how many of you are in the digital platforms like Spotify to do your own podcasting, etc., and to try to bring advertising to that. And also business models. We have, I think yesterday Vasco was telling you about that, and try to improve that business models in order for you to have more money to be more sustainable.
Yeah, also, if I may add,
sure.
along with these things that Henderson mentioned, we also have in our education part, in our training platform, we also have what our colleague was yesterday teaching about project management. We also have one part of the course that is called fundraising, how to make money, how to take money from the projects. And the other part is, which will be taught tomorrow, marketing and communications. So, media buying. What is the media space that I'm selling? It's not only our audio content, but we have to work on the visual part of the radio, how to become more visual, what are the different media that I can use in my benefit, and in that order I can sell the package. I'm not only selling the audio seconds to someone, but I'm also selling the visual part of my media, YouTube advertising, social media, podcasting, apps. For instance, there are a lot of radios that are now diversifying their content and specialized in application for kids radio, pop radio, easy listening, fitness, my fitness radio, stuff like that. So tomorrow we will have 3 hours of that stuff that will give you additional information to go out of the box. What are the possibilities where I can make money? But I also heard from the Macedonian colleagues that they told me, unfortunately, in Macedonia it is not possible to earn from YouTube and from social media and from Google. So, okay, that's a new thing. We learned that as an issue, and we will try to dig, and I gave my promise that I will try to dig and find the solutions and to send to these people some additional examples, case studies. What are the possibilities, how they can move out of their radio zone to see what are the other possibilities. There are other possibilities, and we are very eager to find them and to provide you with additional information to see what are the options, how I can earn money, although I'm in a local environment, because at the end of the day, a car dealer in your town or a hairdresser in your town, she doesn't need a global reach. She doesn't need that maybe someone in Brazil should know that there is a good hairdresser in Garda, but at the end of the day, it is our local community. I need to know where the good hairdresser here in Osijek is. So this is something that we can provide and be very trustworthy, which is extremely important in our days, because all the researches are showing at the end of the day, the radio and television are still the most trustworthy media, and that's our strength. So these are the things that we will try to talk about tomorrow at our educational part, but also to stay in contact, because we have all of your contacts, and to send you the new material, the new stuff that we come upon, so that you can be up to date with the new things that are coming along every day.
Há uma coisa muito simples que vocês podem fazer, porque vocês falam com os serviços da Comissão Europeia, e a Comissão Europeia faz grande cálculo, e ainda bem, em sinalizar os projetos que financia. Porque é que a Comissão Europeia, tendo esse dinheiro e tendo essa obrigação legal, não canaliza essas verbas, em vez de pôr o placar a dizer esta piscina foi construída com o dinheiro do Proder, blá 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 blá, porque é que a União Europeia não faz isso? Por exemplo, são capazes de meter um anúncio num jornal nacional. Quer dizer, quem lê o Jornal Nacional quer saber que há uma tarde nova em Tondela, por exemplo? Não, mas a população de Tondela, ou ali à volta, terá necessidade de saber que aquele dinheiro veio da União Europeia. Isso é tão fácil de fazer, julgo eu.
Então, deixa-me ver se percebi, ou seja, a ideia seria a União Europeia falar sobre o nosso projeto onde...
Não, vocês têm diálogo com a Comissão Europeia. A legislação europeia obriga a cada dinheiro transferido para obras tenha uma placazinha lá bonita.
Sim.
Em vez de terem a placa bonita que até faz mal ao ambiente, porque é que não põem um anúncio direcionado àquele povo na rádio local?
Okay. Já percebi. Okay. Não tinha. So what André was talking about, obviously we do not control it, but it was a nice idea. As you know, when European Commission or when they finance some kind of construction, they will put a plaque there saying this money comes from the European Union. Why not doing this, but making this advertising, radio advertising in local radios, for instance, which is, I think, a good idea. I don't know, obviously, the legal stuff, but it's a good idea, and thank you for that. I think Luis over there was trying. Yeah, we should. Yeah, okay. One more, yeah, tell me.
To what extent or to what point is a local radio station in a low density territory? In Portuguese case, cities like Braga, Leiria are not included in this kind of project.
Yeah, as you know, we have a map of low density areas. It's a formal map, and that's where we centered our action. So it's in the interior of the country, and even in the interior of the country, in Portuguese case, not all places. So it's basically Trás-os-Montes and then Beiras and Alentejo. Okay. So we focused first of all in those areas. Okay. But in the future, we can try to extend to more local radios, because although the low density areas are more problematic, as you know, other local areas, even if they are in Braga, for instance, or Aveiro, which are not low density, they face more or less the same problems. So, but for now, low density areas, and I think that's the reason why European Commission approved this project, because of the cohesion, territory cohesion. For now, low density, but I think in the future we can spread it for local radios in general. Yeah. So I think one more question. Okay, I'm sorry. We need to end. Okay. I'll translate it. I'll translate it.
Não quero que traduza tudo. E metade dos presidentes portugueses poderem ter razão. Diz, em Portugal, diz 50 anos, vai um bem tomar conta do povo. Não temos conseguido fazer isso, mas é um beirão que há de marcar um projeto que é interessante, para qual nós deixarmos assim a inclusão e vamos poder participar. E a percepção que eu tenho atenção a uma coisa antes mais. Depois do Amadeu, que eu recebo o risco de ser pior que eu. Portanto, a absoluta vai acontecer, portanto, superiormente, por essa capacidade. E a plataforma é parece-nos a nós, o 2.0 deste projeto. Poderá ser aquilo que, efetivamente, no final do dinheiro, no final dos 3 anos do projeto, que se irá manter. É essa a pergunta que ia fazer. Por fim, nós queríamos mostrar que há uma resiliência das rádios. E tínhamos para entregar, para oferecer, um livro que mostra aquilo que aconteceu em Alberto Hospital em 2017, a morte de 13 pessoas por causa de incêndios, apanhou mais regiões que não só a Aldeia, e esse livro compila aquilo que foi feito na rádio naquele período de tempo, e que é dedicado precisamente a essas 13 pessoas que faleceram e gostavam de oferecer. Para terminar só, porque acho que é importante e acho que é um ponto comum cada vez que for Portugal, falo do tribunal, queríamos saber porque é que não foi convocado, e isso o Modric vai jogar a sua parte.
Importante, importante.
Só mesmo.
Sim, sim.
Só mesmo para dizer que isto como disse o Pedro, é resiliência da RAS. Nós somos para dar uma população base de Portugal, no hospital, e temos de momento. Nós, em 2017, fomos afastados com 36%, totalmente queimados, e fizemos muito com as primeiras 15 reportagens, que estão textualmente escritas, e isto mostra que a rádio hoje não se ouve só, ouve-se, vê-se e lê-se. E nós tivemos cuidado para a memória futura, as nossas 15 reportagens mais angustiantes e as por aí, 13 pessoas.
Só trouxeram um seus públicos, só trouxeram
Muito obrigado. I will translate it quick for everyone. So, our colleagues from the center of Portugal, they were talking to us about the resilience of local radios. And we had a big tragedy in 2017 with wildfires. They killed a lot of people. And they brought us this book. This is a compilation of reports, of texts about that year and about the wildfires. So no one in the national media, well, they covered the problem, obviously the tragedy, but this is way more personal. This is way more close. Okay? So I would make you a challenge. But you have this in audio?
Eles já muito.
Tem código de barras que, se vocês explicarem, para cada notícia tem o.
Yeah, you should put this on. You should put this on the Newaves platform because this is more. This is more than just the news. Okay.
Yes.
This is
a story.
This is a story. Exactly. This is a story. This is people's story.
Yeah.
This is your area story, and this will be a major thing in a platform like ours because anytime someone wants to investigate what happened, they will obviously go to Google and they will know the area and they know how many people died. But this here has more value. So this is the kind of content that you can put in the platform. Content that is that has no time. Okay, it's forever. Unfortunately, Macedonia had a tragedy a few weeks ago. Maybe local radios do some kind of work like this. They will talk to the person with time, they will talk to families, etc. They can put it on a book or on audio content. And these audio contents are very interesting and that will be very good for our platform. I am so glad that you brought us this. We will keep it and we will read it very attentively. And if you can bring more content like this to our platform, that would be great. Okay? And Ronaldo is going to be in the team up until he's 50, as you know.
As well as Modric.
As well as Modric. Yeah, Modric, the great Modric, we are in the same place. So I thank you so much for your attention. I would please ask Tomislav to end this.
Thank you all. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for sharing your rich experience. And we should continue these talks because we are 2 more days here. But we should continue with our program. Don't run away because we should do the so-called Millennium Photo in front of our beautiful building in this beautiful square. All of us, please. We will do it now before you continue with your educational program. I thank Snezana and Anderson for presenting our platform, and I will quote our head of our project department at the end, Dorothea. She's unfortunately not here. She's at her international trip. She said when she saw a proposition for the Newaves Plus project, she said 16 partners from 8 countries. This would be rock and roll. So let's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Very good team. Very good team.
Yes, yes, yes.